These are storyboards from the hit TV show SpongeBob SquarePants. But what if I told you that the same artists are responsible for creating some of the most controversial SpongeBob material ever to be seen by the public? Horrible, filthy, vile, disgusting, inappropriate, off-model drawings by the crew of a popular cartoon show. These are the words scrawled on the cover of Behind Closed Doors, a book containing hundreds of crude drawings from SpongeBob animators in the early 2000s. Existence of the book would first be mentioned in 2012 when former SpongeBob animator Kent Osborne admitted to contributing to the storyboards. Osborne said that he, as well as others who participated in the book, would do small illustrations of SpongeBob characters on sticky notes to relieve anger and amuse one another, as, at the time, they were forced to work long hours with little pay. Kent said, at the end of the season, all the storyboard artists would do these hilarious crude drawings of SpongeBob. These drawings would go on the back of the door because if the door was open, no one would see them. And so was born the title of the book, Behind Closed Doors. While many of the pages from Behind Closed Doors have been found, the book in its entirety has not been found. To this day, it is unknown if any copies of the book exist in completion. Obviously, I can't show the drawings in full here, but the Internet Archive has been kind enough to catalog the found media with a quick Google search. There's even a playlist on YouTube containing actual scenes used in SpongeBob SquarePants that were parodied in Behind Closed Doors. One of the most infamous being a Got Milk commercial. In the actual, SpongeBob and Patrick enjoy some chocolate milk together, laughing and giggling with one another. In Behind Closed Doors, well, it's a different story. While McDonald's has been an American staple since the 1940s, the fast food chain wouldn't find its way to Japan until 1971. Advertising for the chain would begin a couple years later, in 1973. As it stands right now, most Japanese McDonald's TV commercials from 1977 onward are available to the public. Take this one for example. Two kids boxing as a crowd of children and Ronald McDonald watch with anticipation. What about this one featuring a wider array of beloved McDonald's characters, the Hamburglar and Officer Big Mac? These and many others were produced and played on Japanese television in the 1980s. They are easily available online for those interested. The same can't be said about McDonald's commercials in 1970s Japan. There seems to be a strange gap in content between 1973 and 1977, with most of the commercials produced and aired at the time now considered to be lost. It wouldn't be until February 27th of 2018 when a user going by the name Nancy Phillip uploaded this commercial, which dates back to 1975.
いやー、僕ドナルド、これマクドナルドのじゃんけんカップ。赤白あって楽しいよ。それ。赤があって白があってじゃんけんぽん。アイコールショー。ね、欲しいでしょ。100% 天然の美味しいオレンジジュース。大きいのを買うともらえるよ。もらったもん。味なことやる。マクドナルド。
The commercial features the titular Ronald McDonald promoting collectible cups. Many people who have seen the commercial have expressed discomfort. The audio itself is deep-fried. Ronald himself looks about as scary as a typical clown can be. But the question is, why is this the only piece of media ever to be found between 1973 and 1977? What could have happened to create this gap? While we are fortunate enough to have this recording from 1975, many people in Japan during the 1970s did not own any recording media other than cassette tapes, which, at the time, were only capable of recording sound. Because of this, it is likely that most of the commercials aired from 1973 to 1977 will never be found. Some people have claimed to have seen other commercials from the gap period, however, with one person describing the following. One of the commercials seemed to involve Ronald McDonald rowing a wooden boat on the river, but it quickly lands on the shore without Ronald realizing. I can't be certain, but this person could be referring to this commercial where Ronald and a group of kids are riding down a river in a boat. They get distracted before tumbling over a waterfall and getting caught on a vine. It follows many of the same story beats described by the user, but reverse searching says it debuted between 1978 and 1979, so it is just out of our range. Unfortunately, no other media from original poster Nancy Phillip has ever surfaced. Before we get any further, if you like what you've seen so far and you want to see content similar, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. If the OP is correct, this would mean the image itself began circulating around 2020. The image in question features a tall man who is practically nude. He's wearing creature makeup and holding the hand of a young boy. They look like they're standing in the middle of the woods. The man, as the OP states, is supposedly John Lebar. The actor, who is probably best known for his role in Prometheus, is known for his height, standing at about 7'3". Looking through his filmography on IMDb, we can see that he has been given a credit on Ordan's Forest. The plot synopsis for the film reads, a story about a boy whose recurring nightmare leads him to a spooky forest of magic and intrigue. The poster image accompanying the synopsis shows a young boy holding the hand of a tall creature, so it's very clear that the cursed image belongs to this film. But then why has nobody seen it? That's because until July 28, 2021, it might as well not have existed. The film dates back to 2005, a time where internet posting and archiving wasn't necessarily the norm just yet. It would make sense that people may have seen the film during its festival run, never to see it again. The writer and director credits on the film belong to that of Scott Walker, a New Zealand filmmaker who has since gone on to make films with some pretty big names in them. His personal Instagram account shows these more recent endeavors, but fails to make any mention of Ordan's Forest. It wouldn't be until YouTube user SoTired95 obtained a copy of a compilation DVD archived by one of the festivals that Ordan's Forest played at. With permission from the filmmakers, SoTired95 has uploaded the entire 12-minute short on their channel. The description makes mention of Scott, as well as the film's debut in 2005 at the Brighton Film Festival. Out of respect for the filmmakers, as well as SoTired95, I will only be sharing screenshots of the film. If you'd like to watch it in full, please check the link in the description. The film itself is very well done, telling the story of a young boy attempting to deal with the death of his father. This manifests in a dream where he travels to a fantastical forest and meets its guardian, Ordan. In the early 2000s, Nicktoons served as a sister channel to Nickelodeon. The channel would often feature recycled material or shows that were less popular. These were shows like Rocko's Modern Life or Cat Dog. But along with these more recognizable names comes more obscure ones. Kablam, for example, was a smaller show that hosted an array of different shorts from different creators. The old short that the OP is referring to can only be defined by this frame. It looks to be an old woman sitting in a chair in front of a TV. There's a hole in her window and a strange head peeking from the ceiling. The proposed date for the short is between 2004 and 2006, and this is all the information we have to go off of. Searching for similar images will bring you to this German website. The background image looks to match the one that we are searching for, with the date reading 2004. The only credit listed under the short film belongs to a person named Ji-wook Kim. The website lists their credits under two different shorts, the most recent being from 2014 titled Blackford Manor, and the second being from the 2004 short film titled Oh Dear. Given this context, the film is rather easy to find. Ji-wook created the short during their junior year at Cal Arts. It would later make its debut appearance at the Nicktoons Film Festival in 2005, alongside 51 other shorts. The film itself has since been uploaded to YouTube. It's a beautiful hand-drawn animation about an old woman watching TV with her cat as an array of commotion happens in the background. A kid throws a ball through her window before crawling in to retrieve it. In perhaps what might be the most memorable sequence, a large foot then pushes through the ceiling before a creepy, bald-headed creature sticks their head through it. Throughout all of this, the cat is the only one who seems to be concerned. As the screen turns black, we have a handwritten thank you to Cal Arts 2004. Many people who saw the original during their childhood remember it for its dark and unsettling atmosphere. It is a little strange, especially given that it was shown on Nicktoons. It's September 12, 1992, and hunters have discovered the skeletal remains of a man in a Norway national park. The man does not have any identification on him, nor anything physical to indicate his identity. What he does have is an old teddy bear in his possession. Because of this, the John Doe is named Teddy Bjorn Mannen. Police and officials arrive at the scene and determine Teddy's death to be sometime in the year prior. His weathered clothing leads investigators to believe that Teddy is originally from Germany. Fast forward to 2022, a Norwegian TV show airs an episode about Teddy. An undisclosed man comes forward to tell police about a potential lead. In their conversation, the man tells police that he recalls seeing a German talk show back in 1998 called Fliege that featured a woman as a guest. On the show, the woman talked about her son who had recently gone missing during his vacation in Norway. After getting the information together, police reached out to Jürgen Fliege, the talk show's host. Jürgen does not recall this interview from 1998. This woman has never been identified herself. Though information has been put out, no one has ever come forward. Investigators believe this could be because the woman is now dead. The original interview now having taken place 26 years ago. The true identity of Teddy, the John Doe, remains a mystery to this day.